I'm Maria Indigo Earth. I am here to do a general reading for you, our Earth signs Taurus. So thanks for coming into the channel. Good to have you here. Let's also welcome in your cross watchers. Please feel free to swap around the characters, the energies as need be throughout the reading. And any time that you come across this message and you were drawn into it was the time that you were meant to listen to it. Messages coming through in the reading for you, Taurus, should reflect some aspect of your current situation. Doesn't have to reflect the whole thing, as well as or an inner knowing. So take what fits. If it doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit. It just means that the reading might be meant for somebody else this week. But for those of you that this does resonate with, I will have an extended at the end of this reading. We're going to dive deeper into the messages coming through by exploring the zodiac signs that show up. And those zodiac signs that show up can be about intimate partnerships or an intimate partnership. You know, you have many intimate partnerships. You have intimate partnerships with, if you have children or best friends or a significant other. But it can also be background players, colleagues, friends, social media friends, best friends, blended family, extended family, cousins, siblings, just people that influence your energetic field. And even if you don't know their zodiac signs, you'll recognize their energies as I go through the zodiac signs in the extended. So just keep that in mind as we keep moving forward here. So this is for Taurus, ruled by Venus. Sun, rising, and moon. This is for Taurus, our stabilizers. Sun, rising, and moon. This is for those watching, please. For Taurus, messages for those watching, sun, rising, and moon. Gotta go one more time. When you've used cards so much, the edges aren't as crisp, so they tend to jumble up more. So I just want to make sure that they're shuffled well for your reading. All right, here we go. Messages for Taurus, please. Sun, moon, and rising. All right, Taurus. So overall theme for the reading, we have the Queen of Pentacles. It's being in just a kind of a solid place. This could be about, you know, home and heart. Could be about nurturing. And it could just be about beauty in general. Things that beautify, things that just are luxury, being in luxury. So let's see what your current energy is. We have the Hermit. So some of you are just kind of keeping to yourself right now. Don't want a whole lot of outside influences. Just, you know, getting to be very reflective. Queen of Pentacles is also about taking very good care of yourself. Self-realization, self-actualization. Getting very grounded and centered. And you've got the Hermit here as your overall energy. So that's also the Seeker, getting grounded and centered. So let's see what your situation is. We have the Emperor. It's about building and taking charge. Feeling confident. Leadership. Some of you may have been offered a position that required leadership, maybe within your work environment. You're kind of contemplating and thinking about how that's going to play out. But this is somebody who wants to build. Who's in a leadership position and who's taking charge or has that kind of like energy. Wanting to conquer. So let's see what the challenge is for you then, or the opportunity. We have the Two of Swords. So there's a hard choice to be made here. Could be a stab in the dark as well. Now not knowing what the direction isn't being made clear, or the choice or the decision really isn't being made clear. It's like you're kind of in the dark about something. Might be trying to figure some things out here too. So, or strategize. That you could be seeking inside for strategy, understanding something. Let's see what the universe is co-creating with you, or what life is working on with you. We have the sun. So that's Leo energy coming in. We got Aries and Leo here. We got Virgo. Just nourishment, strength, warmth, vitality. So let's see what you've mastered so far up until this, through this scenario so far. We have the King of Swords. So, I mean, the King of Swords is kind of the judge and the jury. So for some of you, this could be about making a judgment call, or being put in a position where you need to make a judgment call, or you need to make some real clear, concise decisions. For others of you, this could be just stepping back away from a situation and really analyzing it from the outside in rather than the inside out. So let's see what's heading your way then. The next 0 to 3 months. What's heading your way? Ooh, we have the Queen of Swords. King of Swords and Queen of Swords. It's air energy coming in. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is making a clear-cut decision, cutting away all the bullshit, getting to the heart of the matter, not really being involved emotionally, but just kind of like making some clear-cut decisions. Could be asking good questions as well, but this is just some getting real clear, because you got the King and the Queen of Swords here. So let's see what's working for you in this situation. What's working at this time? We have the Nine of Swords. Could be pushing you past some boundaries, some limits, some fears, maybe some pent-up fears or some anxieties. Could be moving you through this. You're coming to terms with something that maybe used to really scare you, or put you, in a place where you were trying to get away from it. You're coming to terms with something. So what are the outside influences with this? We have the Knight of Cups. Somebody could be coming and making an offer here. An offer of love or an apology. But let's see where this goes. What are your next steps? We have Strength. So again, you've got Leo coming through here. You've got a lot of fire energy coming through here. But this could be just about, kind of like finding that inner knowledge, that inner wisdom, and going with it. So what is this all about? What's going on? Oh, there we go. Three of Swords. Working through some issues. Some really tough issues. Working through some... Could be pain, could be just really uncomfortable, discomfortable feelings. So how is this all going to play out for you? We have the Six of Swords. So there's movement here. There's definitely movement, but this is really about overcoming some sort of challenge. Releasing some sort of challenge, moving away from something, going into calmer waters. Could be looking for an escape route too, but we'll find out what that's all about. So there's a challenging situation here that's taken a lot of thought process, analogies, analytics. I don't know right now if you see a clear path ahead of you. That's the challenge here. You just kind of maybe don't know what to do, which is kind of a stab in the dark. But you got you know, you got some good things going in here. One, you know, grounded, Queen of Pentacles, getting grounded, getting centered. That's kind of the whole structure of this. And you got some clarity coming through here. So we'll see what action needs to be taken in this situation. So let's find out what the situation is here. We have the Emperor. So that's Aries energy coming in. So clarify what the situation is here for our Tauruses. What is this energy? We've got the Emperor here. Clarify what this is. So we have Temperance. We have the King of Wands. And we have the Ten of Wands. There's some kind of dominating influence here that's out of balance. Something has gone on in this route for quite a period of time. Could be dealing with, we have Temperance here, so that could be a Sagittarius, fire energy again, or an Aries. But something here is out of whack, off balance, and it's overload. It's overload. Seems to be more on one side of, like, because you got the King of Wands and you got the Emperor. That's a lot of influence, like really controlling influence. Because the King of Wands is all about influence, right? Very charismatic, very entrepreneur, very, you know, kind of like draws in the crowd, can be very, you know, colorful, like, you know, just like a lot of attention, a lot of like, and you got the Emperor on top of that, who is also like somebody who's very authoritative or very controlling, or, you know, likes to have things go their way. With the King of Wands is, the scales are tilted, right? Because you need some balance, some water balance in there, some kind of like empathy and understanding. And then you got it with the Ten of Wands. So that's a lot of fire energy coming through here. Somebody, you know, that's a lot of Pitta energy in Ayurvedic medicine. And Saggy. So that's all fire coming through. Might need to look at, like, maybe, you know, in Ayurvedic medicine, Pitta overload here, you might need to look at like balancing that with maybe, you know, diet that incorporates more of the Kapha food, or the Vata food. Or as far as exercise goes, you know, there's an imbalance here. It's too far to the Wands. This could be lust. This could be wanting what you want when you want it, not taking no for an answer, or not really negotiating or working things out with other people, or allowing other people's energies coming in to kind of, you know, balance this out a little bit. But it's definitely out of balance, Temperance. And this is like on overload. Like this is a volcano getting ready to erupt. So let's see what the Two of Swords is, because this is a challenge. Yeah, it could be anger too. Lots of anger, frustration. So let's see what the Two of Swords is. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Tower. Well, the Tower here is to like release some of this balance. Like this is a pressure cooker getting ready to explode. The Towers here is like it's going to explode. It's definitely going to explode. I think with the Two of Swords here right now, you might be guarding yourself from whatever this is coming, that, you know, this situation is, it's getting ready to like blow up. You may be trying to like, I mean, we got the Four of Swords here. Sometimes this is about rest, but sometimes it can just be about you don't want to do anything. You don't want to engage. You don't want to get involved. You don't want to be a part of it. You just want to, you know, rest, so to speak. Not do anything. Stay out of it. And it seems like Seven of Wands, like you're making sure that you are staying away from it. Because Seven of Wands is about guarding yourself or protecting yourself or, you know, pushing back on it. And then, of course, you got the Tower coming in. So, I mean, the challenge is it's erupting. So, what are you doing in this situation then? If you're kind of holding back and staying back and guarding yourself from it and staying to yourself. So let's see what the Sun is, because this is what life is working on with you. So some kind of clarity here. I see clarity. The Sun, clarity. King of Swords, clarity. Queen of Swords, clarity. Okay, well, this wants to come out. We got the Chariot. That's Cancer energy coming through. But this is about, Chariot's about making a decision in which direction to go. We also have it with the Six of Wands. So figuring out a strategy, how to overcome this. Give me one more with this, please. Give me one more. Give me two. We have the Eight of Wands and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Pentacles is independence, right? I think you got a lot of energy coming at you here. I think you're trying to figure out a strategy to like come out of this on the other side so that you're not, it hasn't affected you to the extent that maybe it has affected you in the past. You know, you got the Chariot here, so that's your will and determination. Which way am I going to go? Figuring out which way to go. You got the Six of Wands, that's strategy, right? Wanting to get to a better place. You got an Eight of Wands. So that's fast moving energy. Eight of Wands can also be about direction. And the direction it looks like you're taking is, you know, building your confidence, your independence, working towards some kind of like resolve within yourself. And that would go along here with the Queen of Pentacles, right? Taking care of yourself, and the Hermit, you know, seeking some answers. So that's where your King of Swords is coming in here. Trying to figure something out. Looking at it from all different aspects. We have the Devil. That's Capricorn energy coming in. And we have Justice. I think there's a cause and effect here that needs to be realized. You know, when you've got the Devil with Justice, the Devil is about fears, blockages, things that hold us back. And you've got Justice. Again, something's out of balance here. And you know, the King of Swords is here to like see this clearly. Whatever this is, it's out of balance. Sometimes this could be about attachments. Sometimes it can be about trauma bonding. Sometimes it can be about enmeshment. But I see balance coming through here again. So there's some sort of imbalance here. Could be about codependency. And we got the Knight of Swords. Well, we got the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords here. So something maybe that has been mastered is, or something that may have worked in the past or has worked in the past is, you know, when you got the Devil here, something's being thrown off balance by either words or communication or thoughts or a way of thinking about it or a way of seeing it. And then acting on it. And when you've got the Devil here, that tells me that something's not being seen clearly in how the judgment calls are being made here. Something's out of balance. This is also somebody who's very eloquent in speech, knows how to talk their way through something or away from something or out of something. They're able to, like, they're skilled in speech. They have good communication skills. That doesn't necessarily mean it goes one way or the other. It's just a way to be able to work through a situation that may be very unpleasant. The Devil may be very unpleasant. But again, you've got out of balance here. So however the communication and the judgment call is being used, it's not in alignment. There's extremes here. And there also seems to be cause and effect. So let's find out what the Queen of Swords is. This is what's coming in, heading your way. Next 0 to 3 months. We have the Hanged Man. We've got the Page of Cups. And we got the Hierophant. There's you showing up in your own reading. I think that there's going to be some kind of clear communication or clear decision that's going to be made. Something's going to become clear. You're going to be able to see something from a different viewpoint that I think is going to kind of open up or change your concept of maybe how you have viewed this situation in the past or how you were viewing this situation. And I think it's going to bring you some guidance and some understanding, right? This could be, too, about finding guidance or looking for guidance or opening up to maybe looking for help. You know, Queen of Swords is also about asking questions. So seeking, asking questions. Maybe somebody that can help turn around kind of your viewpoints on this. Could be, you know, maybe developing like a different way of doing things. Page of Cups, that's kind of being a little bit more open, a little bit more receptive. And then you've got the Hierophant, which is about guidance and wisdom. So this may be about looking for guidance and wisdom to kind of help you move through this situation and face your fears, because that's what you're trying to work through. Facing your fears about some kind of the big picture, some kind of sadness here, some kind of heartbreak, something that's kind of driving this whole scenario here. So let's see what the Nine of Swords is. Clarify what the Nine of Swords is, because this is an asset. So this is like coming to terms with something in your life. We have the King of Wands. We have Temperance, and we have Three of Swords. So I think this is, the assets is, I don't know where this is good or bad. So however this fits in with you, but maybe being able to tame some of the fears that come with maybe a persona, or maybe a way of presentation, to be able to balance that out and understand how it's bringing in more sadness and more difficult emotions that you need to deal with, or you need to deal through. It has something to do with fire energy here. This could be about passion or wanting what you want when you want it. And I think you're getting an understanding how this is playing out in your relationships, or in scenarios, or in situations in your life. Because the fear here is the huge influence. And it kind of seems to be what's driving everything. And it has something to do with how you appear to others, your influence over others. And I think you're realizing that it's out of balance, and maybe it keeps bringing in those feelings that you really just don't want to keep bringing into your life. So let's see what the Knight of Cups is, because this is the outside influence. So this is movement on a new path, something that is more open, something that seems to be a little bit more of empathy, something that seems to be a little bit more of understanding, empathy, consideration. We have Death. That's Capricorn or Scorpio energy coming in again. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Ten of Cups. I think whatever this situation is setting the course to, you know, you've got Death here. That's transition, right? Death is about change. Death is about doing something differently. And I think that this is setting the course of looking at things from a different perspective, going back to the drawing board, so to speak, kind of starting over about what happiness really is to you. What is your Ten of Cups? Ten of Cups is also about completion. So you have Death in here and you have completion. Something is cycling itself out. An old way of what's been working is cycling itself out here. And a new way is trying to enter in. New ideas, right? Back to the drawing board. New plannings, new strategies. Maybe opening yourself up to the idea and taking action to the idea that action needs to change. There needs to be another direction that is less wandish and more cuppish. Cuppish are emotions, your feelings. It's softer. It's not as hardcore. So let's see what strength is, because the next steps, and now you got, you know, strength coming in, but it's not a wand strength. It's more of a strength of like inner resolve. Generosity, giving to others. kindness. This could also be maturity, or for some of you, having the strength and the courage and the inner resolve to, you know, maybe look at some childhood stuff or some childhood issues that are playing into this scenario. Yeah, abandonment issues. We have the 5 of Pentacles here. This is the strength and the courage to deal with some abandonment issues from childhood that are playing themselves out in this scenario. They seem to be overcompensated by a lot of fire energy or wand energy. Influence, persona, jealousy, rage. Because you got the devil here, right? Drama. Putting on a show. Character. Yeah, the sun. There's where the clarity's coming in. There's some abandonment issues here that need to be resolved from childhood. Those are the next steps. This is the key. Because you got the sun here, and you got the sun in what the universe is trying to help you with. And that is about gaining your own independence. Gaining your own independence and self-confidence that doesn't come from the wand energy, because there needs to be more of a roundedness here. And it might, you know, the opportunity to get counseling or to seek higher counsel could be coming your way. So let's get one more on the 3 of Swords, because this is the big picture. The Magician. That's air energy coming in. Virgo and Gemini. This is having the capacity that you do have everything that you need to turn this around if you want to. Because you got the 6 of Swords here. You're trying to get to calmer waters. You're trying to move out of this situation. This is about overcoming something. Yeah, Hierophant. This is where you're going to get your guidance. You're coming in your own outcome. So this is about overcoming obstacles and barriers, not escaping from them, but finding higher counsel to help you understand some of these childhood abandonment issues that keep coming from fear and keep coming from trying to employ some sort of, trying to embody, because Temperance is about embodiment, and this is your situation. Trying to embody some sort of image that just seems to be overbearing and overwhelming. If you look at both of these, the King of Wands and the Emperor, they're both sitting in positions of authority and influence, and yet they look like there's no smile on their faces at all. It's just all hardcore anger. And this keeps bringing you back to a place of sadness. It keeps bringing you back to a place of fear. And it keeps bringing you back to a place of cause and effect. Because again, you got the King of Swords here. There's a lot of judgment and a lot of like talking, but there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of change. And that's where you've got Justice and you've got the Devil. So it's looking that fear straight in the face and doing things to take self-analyzation and self-realization are coming in. That's the overall theme. So let's see who's showing up here. We've got Aries, we've got Sagittarius, we've got you, Taurus, we've got Gemini and Virgo, we've got Leo, Leo, lots of Leo energy. We've got Scorpio, Sagittarius again, Leo again, Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, Libra, Sagittarius, and Virgo. So I'm going to look at those signs in the extended for you. We're going to dive deeper into this for you. For those of you not going on, let's get some guidance here. This is from the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle deck by Judy Hall. So this is for Taurus, a crystal you can touch, work with, the energies. There's too many fell out. This is for Taurus, for this reading, please. We have Aquamarine. Now that is water energy. Put out the fires. That's number 16. So if you start seeing the number 16, that is a sign. Synchronicity from the universe. We have hope. Aquamarine has long been a healing gem associated with the sea and also with stimulating psychic abilities. It was believed to protect against seduction. You are deeply intuitive, but you need to assess this realistically. Do not be seduced by vivid imaging, wishful thinking, or spiritual claptrap. Use your imagination to create what is for your highest good and well-being. If you fall into depression, remember that hope shines into the darkest places. Release self-defeating programs. Listen to your inner guidance, but be objective. Accept what's an offer. Watch out for idle gossip. Tie up loose ends before moving on. Remain emotionally detached. Avoid procrastination. Success may come in through a court case, but stay positive and remember your family. There is no reason to lose hope in your heart, since well-being is a state of mind. Your soul path is seeing beyond consensual reality or illusion. Powerful stuff. It's a beautiful, beautiful crystal. Lots of blues and hues and whites. So that's what I have for you this week, Taurus. I hope this helped. For those of you going on, the link to the extended is in the description box below. And until next time, may the peace that passes all understanding embrace the essence of your being. Bye-bye.